Here we are again. Hi everybody. This is Whisky Mystery. I'm Phil.
I'm Deepa.
And we are blind tasting number 99. That means next time is going to be triple digits. Although technically we're over triple digits if you think about the original 24. But anyway, in this format, we're up to number 99, picked by Anuj. So, we will be blind tasting for the next 12 minutes. We'll try and work out what this weird whiskey is. And we will rate it on our shelf from best to bourbon. And, well, let's see what we have. How's everyone doing? Hope you're doing okay on this Sunday. And shall we just go in for the pour? See if you can make some sense of this one. Here we go. Number 99. Now, the colour is quite important on this one. And the camera doesn't always represent it that well. That's a fair representation, I think. There's a... I don't know. Let's have a look at the one for the water. See what's going on there. Kind of looking clear, isn't it? Right. So, on the first nose last week, we almost threw this one out as a redo because of bourbon, and then we weren't sure, were we? So that's why we are blind tasting.
So weird. It's very strange.
It's like partly American, but partly European or something.
I thought, no, it's not. I'm gonna get it's not Scottish.
Okay, so let's try and explain what it is. If it's not, yeah, we call this one mix up because more than anything, I think it just had us mixed up.
I'm getting a sherry.
So there's
but I was getting bourbon as well.
Sort of sherry and bourbon.
Vanilla, coconut.
I'm looking.
But that's a perfume.
Vanilla, coconut, a bit of the perfume.
But I was getting wine, sherry.
Winey sherry. So I'm looking closely at the colour. And I swear that's a colour that I've never seen before. Maybe if we go to this view, maybe we can get a slightly better sense of that. I think there's a bit of...
It's very amber colour.
Yeah, but there's something a little not normal about it. A reddish tinge to that sherry, I think. Now, we have seen that before in Ralphie Port finish, which is actually down here, because we're going to compare later. Now, it's clearly not as red as that. Not clearly at all, because you can't see it. But it's sort of getting there. Okay, we'll hold it. We'll hold that one for later. Right. I see the guesses are coming in early. So let's go over. What was it going to do? That's right. Pour to the empty glass to get a lot of vapors. Now, ABV seems relatively high. It's quite spirity on the nose, isn't it? I can't make sense of this at all.
It's not honey, it's not caramelized.
No, not caramel.
Molasses.
More like molasses, but it's also like chocolate and strawberries. It's like chocolate covered cherries kind of thing going on.
And I'm getting very subtle perfume, as in soapy soap perfume.
Slightly soapy
but
perfume.
I normally get with bourbons, but some are here is more of a very
slightly spirity to me. Maybe it's quite young. I almost get like a fruit liqueur coming off it, like a strawberry liqueur, new make. So maybe it is a bit, it could be red wine finish or something like that mixed in. But mixed into what? A little dusty. Okay, shall we go ABV? No, let's taste. Let's hold off on ABV. Let's taste the watery one and see if we can make some sense of it.
Not the colour. It's a prune colour.
Prune.
So maybe that molasses prune.
The colour is unusual. Wow. That is horrible. But
sour.
This is the one that we've poured 50% or more water into. That was very watered down, but let me go again because that was shockingly bad.
Sour prunes.
Oh, I would say this is 60% water. So take that in mind with these notes. But have that last little bit.
Grassy.
Amazingly kind of bitter, sour,
Grassy.
red fruit type of thing. Okay, so don't add a lot of water. That's the first thing. Is this any better? Full strength? We'll take a guess at the ABV. Wow. This was better in our homework night yesterday.
More familiar. And
More familiar?
Molasses.
I am not enjoying this today at all. So I will go a bit more on yesterday, where I wouldn't say I was the biggest fan, but I'm not getting these very bitter extract notes. What notes did we have yesterday? Oh yeah, I had this sort of strawberry syrup chocolate liqueur, as if that had been dripped into whiskey.
New make.
Into new make, had I written that? Oh yeah. So it was. Let me taste again.
And yesterday and today I'm just getting rye stuff like rye spice.
Rye spice. For me, it's like someone's got a whiskey. Someone young has got a whiskey and doesn't like it, and they found some strawberry syrup or chocolate liqueur and watered it down and put a few drops in to try and sweeten up something that's a bit of a harsher spirit underneath.
That's really.
Let me go again. I thought maybe I'll have a few sips and I'll get my palate coated and then I'll like it more.
Because I'm sure it's rye. Because rye is of grassy. It's less of gold.
Let me try a touch of water. Wow, this is not hitting the spot today.
We only add that much, but there's so much.
Okay, we haven't done ABV, have we? Right, where's my little shaker? Right, shake test. How are we doing for time? Well, let's see, 46%. Well, I think it's a little higher than that, isn't it? 48. Yeah, somewhere 48. Let's try 50.
48.
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
48. I'm very soft in it.
Ooh. Okay, let me throw up the spreadsheet for people. And you can have a little scroll through. Well, you can't scroll. I will scroll on your behalf. I'm thinking it's above 46. Somewhere in that group, I would say. Let me have another sip. Wow, I'm really.
I'm giving it now.
Can they? They can't see you at the moment.
Okay.
Deepa's just giving it the pirate ship. Hang on. Okay, the nose is better now that I'm coming back. I'm actually quite liking the chocolatey powder. What did I paint? Let me bring up the painting now. I painted up something like this yesterday, but now that I sip it again, there is quite a bit of spiciness over the top. Kind of a combination of white speckles and maybe something a little darker in there as well. Something like that. And underneath there is this kind of
I'm not sure it. So I'm giving it. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's got a lot worse since yesterday. I must admit, I woke up this morning thinking, oh, it's, whiskey live day. And I was like, oh no, it's that one, isn't it, from yesterday?
Can give you some kind of comparative.
Look, I said about the Glenallachie, right? And I wouldn't say I was the biggest fan of the Glenallachie. This is a 13-year port finish at 60%. So let's give it a bit of water to bring it down. Otherwise, we'll just burn ourselves. 59.9%. This is the Ralphie. Well, because it's a whiskey which has matured in port barrels. So a port finish. Well, not a finish. I think it's a full maturation, isn't it? 13 years in a port pipe, I believe. Okay, let's give it a little bit of water. I don't want to drink 60%. Now, does it have similarities? That's what we should try and work out. Wow, quite light actually. Darker, richer chocolate things going on in ours. Well, that's a lot nicer. Quite tight, a little bitter as well actually.
And stuff more summery.
Yeah. So my palate is definitely towards the bitter side today, because I'm getting quite a lot of bitterness on that as well. Sometimes it happens, doesn't it?
I think it's sweeter.
Right, let's go back again. Give it one more go, because we have a minute left.
I think it's a thicker, creamier. And Glenallachie is after summery thin.
No. For me, today, this is just nowhere near what I would like to drink.
It's not integrated.
Oh, you know what? Pass me that Elijah Craig. Let's just see. Yeah. Would I prefer the Elijah Craig? Oh, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are out of time. Okay, that's quite a bit of water. But do you want to try this as well?
Yes, I like it.
Okay, I'm getting bitter there as well. I would rather have the Elijah Craig.
Me is more straightforward. Even though it's not my favourite. But this is really meat up. And what about that? But
hang on, let's talk about this again, because it's also quite thin. The finish, we didn't really talk about it because it's non-existent. Strawberry liqueur droplets, chocolate liqueur droplets into a pretty sharp young new makey whiskey. Rye, spicy. That's a double pirate. No.
I don't want about Ralphie's. Do you prefer Ralphie's?
That is not going on the shelf. We need to. What about Ralphie's?
This one.
Is that mine? Oh no, that's right. We only had one. Not a big fan of that either, really.
I can either Ralphie, but it's not integrated.
Yeah, I think of that. I think I'm going to push Ralphie down a bit, actually. Sorry, Ralphie. You're going to be in the cluster at the bottom. Right. Wow, this has got some seriously old tape on it. That looks... Okay. Before we... Let's just look at the start of the ABV. It is a 4. Oh, it's a 46.
Oh, it's right.
Sorry, guys. Misleading. You should have done that earlier. I meant to do that earlier and I forgot. Okay, let me bring it up again. It's in the 46s. I have no idea what this might be. No idea. 46s. Dalmore? Glenallachie. Wow. I don't know what's... Oh my god. It could be the Springbank 21 port finish.
But finish.
I am...
And it's an Guinness.
I am fascinated to know what this is now, because I was 100% sure it was going to be this Midsummer Nights,
And it is.
Midwinter Nights dram, which, when I looked at it, was rye and port. I thought, 100% that's it, 100%. But this is 49%.
Oh!
And this is 46. So I'm going to have to take that off the table. Right to the chat before we do the reveal. How's everyone doing? Who have I missed? I can see you were all chatting along there. I'm going to just scroll up to look for messages directly to us in case there was any particular question. If you do have one, you know, tag us with at Whisky Mystery and we'll get it. Hi, Petehead. Hey, Jason. You tagged us, so you get a hello. Is there anyone? Hey, Jack the Pickled Hound's in as well. I'm looking for anyone who I haven't seen for a little while. Kwame, Whiskey Music. Chad? Hey, Chad. Caught alive. Well, nice to see you here. Triquetta's in. Stingray. Yes, we generally don't like the sherry. Greg Lewis. Oh no, here he goes dissing that bourbon. Yeah, that is right. Which age do you guess? Well, I thought it was pretty young. Ralph, nice to see you in as well. I was thinking pretty young or thin. I see other people being led by our notes for the Midwinter Night, but now we've ruled it out because of the ABV. Maybe the Tomatin? Let's see. Luna is saying, hello you two. Hello everyone. On a hot summer's night, you drink a midwinter's dram. Or maybe we don't. Okay, are we in for the reveal? Looking at the way that I've taped this up, let me just show you. See the way the tape, the metal tape on here is all kind of scrappy. And if I pick another bottle, I can just see that this one has been done slightly more, with slightly more practice.
Okay,
I'm going to go... Oh no, Dalmore's not 46. We should pick something. What can it be? A quick... I'm just looking. American... Oh no. Honestly, I don't know. Let's just reveal.
I think it's this one.
Okay, Deepa's going for pick. I have no clue. Get your guesses in. Here we go. Anyone got a guess? Right, it is 46%. I'm going to say it must be from our early 24. It must be looking at this tape. It's got to be early. What the hell could it be? Fucking hell. It's 40 years old.
Oh no!
That means it's got to be the berries. Okay.
And I'm open.
It's a blend. Have an intermission. And we'll be back to reflect on this decision shortly. Hang on. D&M, Fine Wines and Spirits. Haven't been in here before, but they've got some good ones. So, worth a look.
Yeah, just feeling like a ghost in here. No, I'm good. We're good. Have a great day. Thank you. By the trees, a little bit, yeah, kind of sunny spot somewhere.
Nice little Old Pulteney collection up there. A few Hazelburns I haven't seen before. A 9-year Barolo cask and a 10-year something with an orange label. I don't know what you're talking about, Tim. We don't go downstairs. Bottles get delivered to us. I've been waiting for this to show up for a long time.
Our first most expensive.
We bought this in December 2018. Let me show you what it is. Oh, feeling so subdued now. Let me tilt up this camera a little bit, see if you can see the label. So Berry Brothers from London. 40-year blend. We paid $275 for this whiskey that we just ejected off the shelf. Didn't even get close to being the shelf.
And you better read the deep tropical fruit.
Yeah, I'm just letting people have a look at the label. Right.
Yeah.
Now, people are going to be asking, how long did we leave it in the glass? I poured it about 25 minutes before we started today, which means this has now been in the glass 40 minutes. Deep tropical fruit notes with marmalade and coffee cream, intense fruit and spice subsiding gently to reveal a delicate peaty finish. Didn't get any of that, did we?
I'm getting a coffee.
Okay, let's see.
Espresso.
Berry's 40-year-old blend. Berry Brothers and Rudd can trace its origins back. Okay, we don't need the history. This exceptional 40-year-old blend has been crafted by our cask masters from some of our rarest matured malt and grain reserves. It doesn't say what the percentage split is. The result is a Scotch whisky of great distinction, and we trust you will enjoy savouring it. Oops. The nose gives deep tropical fruit notes with marmalade and coffee cream coming to the fore.
Coffee.
What did we have?
But I thought it was dry, but really.
Chocolate covered cherries we had. Right, maybe. Now we're trying to this is like the opposite of blind tasting. Now we know what it is and we're trying to force ourselves into the enjoyment. The palate bursts open with intense fruit and spice subsiding gently to reveal a delicate peaty finish. Okay, Deepa, you're about to drink a 40-year whiskey. Deepa said before we started, I don't want to drink that one today. Right, now we know. Let's be.
And it was our first most expensive bottle.
It was our first most expensive bottle. I don't know if that sentence makes sense. Because it was the most expensive bottle we'd ever bought at the time we bought it. We'll leave our pirates on because that is what we did say. Oh, I see the chat. Hang on, I'll wait for it to pop up. Right, let's go back again. Feeling bad. Hang on.
There's no finish. I can be 40 years with no finish.
It's thin at 46%. Hey, there it is. Stingray. Stingray.
It's a torpedo bad.
There you go. Get Stingray's name in the hat while I throw down some coins. Thanks, Stingray. Don't feel too bad. We like feeling bad because it's all part of why we're blind tasting, isn't it? Because because we've got, you know, what's probably a $300 bottle or more these days. For our enjoyment factor being blown away by things like $50, $60 Craigellachie 13 or a 12-year Dalyuan.
Or any blend.
Any blend? No, we don't have blends up there, do we? Oh yeah, well, we have Peat Monster, but that's a bit different. Let's go again. Right, put myself in the mood, in the mindset. 40 years ago. There's probably people in the chat who aren't 40 years old. I was 13 at the time that this was put in, and you were 12. Where were you? You were living in India. Where were you at 12? Mumbai?
Bambi.
Mumbai, 12-year-old in school. In your English-speaking, not deaf-friendly.
Catholic. But ordinant.
A non-Catholic school.
I thought for my head.
What? For poise and balance?
Yes.
What, you really did that?
To do both.
You really did that? You had to balance a book on your head?
I bought that the circus. Every morning.
Every morning?
Assembly.
I've never heard this. You had to put a book on your head. I thought that was like a joke from the, well, I guess it's 50s England, 40s England, maybe. Wow, that's funny. Yeah, Sudeepa grew up in India, obviously. So being deaf, you went to an English school. The only English school was a Catholic school. And although they spoke English, they still weren't a deaf-based school. So it doesn't matter if you're speaking English in this direction, you still can't lip read it, can you? Anyway. We met in college, by the way, in London. Age 23-ish. Let's go again. Then I'll return to the chat.
I'm telling myself not that bad. But it's the problem is that it's not integrated. It's very thin.
The main thing I'm asking myself is, can I taste the age? Because obviously I was like, I think it's young. I'm not really getting much. So can you taste the age? Hey! 9 times. We'll be throwing you into the hat as well. Thank you very much. Is it your first time here? Fantastic. Have you seen it not live? This is just your first live? Well, thank you very much. 9 times. Throw it in. Because the next drawing we do will definitely have this one in the list for you to try. We had this early on with a Thrusk 21-year-old, where again I thought it was very young. And this is about very early on. We're still early on. But about a year ago, I thought, okay, well, this is a 40-year-old taste, which I don't understand. So let me try to map 40 years into my head. That's what I'm trying to do. So let me go again.
And try to feel sophisticated. But at first.
You know, I think what the problem is I can't taste any of the whiskey spirit. If that makes sense. You know, I can't taste the distillery. Because obviously it's a blend. But you know what I'm trying to say? All I'm tasting is the 40 years of the barrel, which surprisingly leaves it kind of weak underneath. Like we were talking about whatever it was, where we were saying you've got the smoke on the top. Well, it was Lagavulin last week, but it didn't seem like there was any support underneath. This has the taste of the 40-year woodiness, I presume. That's what I'm now saying. That taste must be the 40-year woodiness. But I'm not getting any of the whiskey flavors, the fruity spirit flavors.
When you say blend, what's the blend for 40 years?
No, what they will have done is I presume, they will have had some barrels that were 40 years old. And they will have, you know, selected a bunch of old barrels, including grain whiskey, and then vatted it together.
So something give me whiskey.
Nothing is younger than 40.
Oh, even
if it says 40, 40 is the youngest whiskey, so there will be older whiskey.
I see.
Well, it's 46%, so they didn't have to
Very
do the
weak.
bump up to 40 thing. Let me go again.
It's very thin. Sweetness, but it's molasses.
Yeah, I'm not talking about flavors. I'm really trying to educate myself by saying that's a 40-year-old taste. The finish is rubbish.
But what is that, maybe? I think there's just too many flavors. Got mixed up.
Yeah.
It's
It's
in the cookie. But you put too many masalas.
Spicy, old oaky, but just not very entertaining. That's all. Chat. There's got to be lots of good chat here. Right, let me scroll back up quite a bit and catch up with everybody. Oh, let's see. Stingray, the colour was such a throw in a weird direction. Yeah. Love the store hunt videos. Oh yeah, of course. And that was about a year ago. D&M Liquor. 800 for the Springbank 25 is actually a decent price. Malted in Montreal. Hey, how you doing, Swami? You can still buy it cheaper from the UK and have it shipped. Oh well, if you're not in Canada. Let's see. Heels, please. Bishop Burnboy wants to go on it. Yeah. Local barley 16 will be. Not sure what you're referring to there. Macallan Fine and Rare. But, oh, just so you know, these ones with the bands on are the local barleys and the Isla barley. And Xiaomir had made the suggestion, why don't you put the beer barley in, the bear barley in from Brooklady as well? So that is there as well. So there's 7 now sitting, cooking, waiting for September when we'll do that massive roundup. Just goes to show that age is no guarantee of quality. That's right, Graham. Let's see. Any more comments? Rare Cask lost in the back corner of a warehouse for an extra 20 years. Yes, Jack the Pickled Hound. It's like, oh no, what are we going to do with these old 40-year barrels? Pirate whiskey, Donna, yeah. Give it another chance when it's a bit cooler. Well, we did have the AC on. Bishop Burnboy, add a couple that had dropped below 40% probably. That's what I was thinking. Although it is a 46% bottle, but maybe they had grain, which was 50, you know, and pulled it up. Stingray, oh god, not that theme. I don't know what the theme is. What did we say? Petehead, do we have a cooler period? San Francisco is actually quite cold, relatively speaking. Okay, we don't see frost, but it can be quite cool. Whiskey music, blind tasting rules. Yes. Forgive my ignorance. Oh, Donna is asking about Tsar. I'm sure that is answered. 40 years doesn't make bad whiskey good. You are right. This kind of underlines the prejudices against blends. Pity, I have to say. Well, Tsar is South African Rand. Yes, of course it is. Yes. I was trying to like go through my head and remember, but I couldn't. This might be something that we do add in some of my future blend mixes to add a bit of age to something.
I'm not getting the age.
It's the other way around. This is age. We don't have a reference point.
Oh.
And so by tasting it's like, this is 40 years. It's not very good. It's okay. The nose, it's one of those ones where the nose is better than the palate and the finish is the bottom. And we never want that. We never want to be like, oh, high expectation, disappointment, disappointment. You want it to be like, oh, okay, this could be good. Wow, that's great. Wow, what a finish. That's how I want to experience the whiskey. And this one isn't. It doesn't even drift down. It kind of goes, okay, wow. It literally plummets in.
Can I ever do another sip?
Oh, it's that bad? You don't want to have another one? Then you must.
No, thank you.
Come on. See, this is really the
I
measure.
probably say my ever, but the best ones.
Yeah, but it's. I know you want to save, but John, thank you very much. Another super chat. This is to make up for our old whiskey. People are feeling bad for us now. Oh, thanks, John. Let's. I think you might already be in, John. You'll be in twice now.
Ravi's there.
Now I have to catch up with your chat. What do you see? Ralphie Review 829. You commented nostalgia malt mark. What bottle would you set aside to have that experience deeper? Nostalgia. If you know, a bottle that may not be the best, but when you think back to it, you just go, "Oh, I want to have one of those." Let's say it's 10 years from now, and you want to think back to something.
I would think of a Cask, the first one before.
Well, we haven't had that again since, so I don't know if the Talisker can qualify for that. It will come up.
Ben Nevis.
Ben Nevis.
That.
Nostalgia. Nostalgia. What about something that you actually tried when you were in a warehouse? Ardbeg or Bruichladdich or...
Glen
Oh, Glen Scotia. But there again, we haven't had any... The only Glen Scotias we had were in the warehouse. I thought Deepa might say Isle of Barley as a nostalgia malt, but no. It'd be something peated, wouldn't it? Right, let me catch up with the chat. Flaming Heart is a blend. Oh yeah, of course, Aaron, and that's way up there, isn't it? Oh my god, nuns are so cruel. Yeah. Let's see. Sorry for repeating myself. Macallan Fine and Rare. In my regular blind tastings, almost always the second cheapest bottle of 6 wins. Yeah, I can understand that. Volscroft, you were only 8 years old when this was poured. Hey, Richie's in. How you doing, Richie? Just trying to catch up, make sure I'm not missing any points. Okay, I'm going to have to skip past and scroll down. Let's see. Donna Pass. The Thrust 21 got really good to me after it opened up. We have a little bit left, actually. I should go and try that again. Lucky is asking, hey, Phil and Deepa, do you have a video with your top 10 whiskies under 12-year-old or under 15 or under 18 or anything like that? No, we don't have one of those. We should, but of course, I guess maybe we could now. But it's just our weird setup with the blind tasting. It's not like we have tried enough. Maybe we have. Maybe we could do that now. But we haven't yet. No. Macallan Fine and Rare. Speaking of Ben Nevis, the latest 10-year-old official bottle is simply amazing. And we don't see it over in the US. Glen Scotia single cask are amazing too.
But above. I got fucking Smith.
Where's that? Lagavulin 12 from the 80s. That's a blast from the past. Yeah, sounds good. Welsh Toro. Berry Brothers bottle. Always interesting. Yeah. Have you tried it again since? Well,
No, just was straight down to nothing but the first bit.
So it seemed to last quite long that time. Last one before. Oh, hang on. Of course no one got that because we misled you all the wrong way, didn't we? Who would like to pick? Let's see. Stingray. Stingray, why don't you pick? Top shelf, bottom shelf, deeper side, my side. Give us a shout out for a bottle for next time. Wow. I'm slightly traumatized by our dislike of this bottle. No.
I'm to get a medicine.
Medicine? No, it's just not enjoyable. Sorry. Okay. Luna saying the nostalgia dram would be Tomatin Legacy. Oh, hang on. Maybe our Ardmore Legacy would be the...
Oh, yes. But
maybe
again, and
maybe 1.5 and 12 that we had at my brother's.
Oh, yes.
That was another one.
That
At the,
was very good.
we actually had Ardmore Legacy and Bunna 12 at the same time. Apo, can you enter the draw if you live in Europe? Sure, why not? I just throw everyone's name in who super chats, and we'll work it out when it happens. Melissa, does it go on the shelf? No, Melissa, not on the shelf.
And that's just the 5.
Would we rather have Elijah? Well, honestly, it could go on the shelf only in as much as the bottom of the shelf is just like a cluster which all gets stacked up, and then at some point we have a clear out.
But I prefer Elisa.
Well, we'll have to do a comparison. Okay, I'm going to throw it into the bottom corner, meaning we're going to have to do a little who's going to survive in that soon. Let's see how. I'm looking out to see. Oh yeah, Stingray, you're going to get number 100, of course. I've not had the Victoriana, Tim is saying. Richie Z. Stingray, come on, where are you? Okay. I guess I owe them a dram. Better not be a bourbon. Where are we going, Stingray? Where are we going? Top shelf, bottom shelf? I haven't seen any instructions yet. Where is it? Stingray. Oh no.
Oh, it's a bottom shelf side.
Bottom shelf, right. My side. Okay. Here we go. It is a landmark, isn't it? 100. Stingray picked us number 100. How's the tape job looking? Light dust.
Very dusty.
Not very. They're all very dusty now. Light dust and a pretty good tape job. Ooh, I think we might have just lost the camera. No, it's here. It would be funny if 100 was a bourbon. What would you like it to be? Before I pour, what would you like 100 to be?
I bet I can beat the Glenallachie here.
No, I'd like it to be a Springbank local barley, because even though they're here, they are also in the blind tasting. Right, let's find out. Here it comes. Well, that's not too dark. Not too bubbly either, though, is it? Not obviously jumping out as something expensive. Although those Springbank 21s are only 46%. I think it's better than the 40-year-old. Do we keep the papers for memories? Yes, all of these. Yes, I've got them all downstairs. That was false graph. Stingray's hoping for a Springbank as well. Oh, don't think it's a Springbank. Well, I guess we will be finding out what this is on Thursday. No?
I need to work anymore.
Which one's better? This one tastes much older.
The new one.
Dustin got in at the last minute. Oh, deeper.
Yeah.
Okay. I just saw Dustin. Where did that go? Dustin, pick one from the window to the wall. Wait till the legs drop down your Glens. Pick one from the window to the wall till the legs drop. I don't know what you're saying, Dustin.
From the window with the four.
But we'll give you some coins. and we're throwing you into the
From the window with the four.
I don't know. Whatever it is. Soren is saying that we're one of his favourite whiskey channels. Well, cheers, Soren. We will be revealing number 100 next Thursday. And
What do we do with this?
I don't know what we do with it.
I get put in my brownie.
You are not putting it in the brownies. Cheers all. See you on Thursday.